Maayad nga adlaw kanyang tanan.
Marhaban lil jamian.
Mabuhay!
Marhaba, assalamualaikum.
Madujo na Edo classmates.
We all come from different parts of the Philippines and the world.
For over a month,
we've been meeting weekly via Skype
to brainstorm on how to discuss
The dissemination of information
In scientific conferences.
We now turn over you to our Metro Manila team.
Placed on-site at a scientific meeting.
There are three general ways scientists and researchers share their results: through peer-reviewed journals, through scientific conferences, and through popular media.
scientific conferences are the middle ground between highly technical peer-reviewed journal and the popular media, which is made for the general public.
And today we'll talk about scientific conferences, what they're all about, and why it's one of the best venues for the dissemination of scientific information.
Hi, we're here at the Wazzin Scientific Meeting in Manila Doctors Hospital in the city of Manila. So as you can see, people are gathering here together to share the latest information and to find ways to tackle a worldwide concern, which is HIV/AIDS.
It's a learning day.
to share with you the result of
Ito yung nakakalungkot. First National Transgender Community. Question lang, ma'am.
A scientific conference is an organized gathering where people assemble to coordinate, exchange, and disseminate information. It is a venue to share, explore, and clarify a defined subject, a problem, or an area of knowledge.
Scientific conferences may be in the form of a symposium, seminar, scientific meetings, workshop, or any other organized formal meeting. There can be as few as 20 participants or thousands of attendees for international conferences. The events can last for half a day or up to 3 days or more.
Because we have a mission, an obligation as a society to educate our constituents. And we have been doing this for maybe 2 decades now. It's the AIDS Society that has the network and the capability to host and to mount educational training, conferences, and be updated. And I want the audience to be updated.
As early as the year 1640, groups of men have gathered together to discuss science, leading to the establishment of the Royal Society of London in 1660. After this, scientific societies and meetings were conducted, mostly locally because travel was costly.
Now, after over 3 centuries, scientific conference movement is growing stronger and stronger. Thousands of meetings are being conducted locally and internationally every year by numerous organizations all over the world.
In a scientific conference, you have not only practitioners but academicians. So they're interested in developing frameworks, theories, putting together database, testing hypotheses. And the benefit there is the growth of knowledge. And if you have knowledge that came out of evidences, then you have greater confidence that the practice is going to be relevant and effective.
To join a scientific conference, one must register and pay the corresponding fees, which may include travel and accommodations if attending an international conference. You can also submit an abstract to deliver a scientific paper or poster presentation. Each person has their own reasons for joining a scientific conference.
I attend these conferences because I want to write stories about, usually it's HIV or reproductive rights. And then at the same time, I want to travel also. And at the same time, I want to know what's going on in other countries about the topic.
I'm very excited to attend this. It would be my first time to attend this seminar, and for deeper knowledge, minsan yung mga information na available sa seminars, hindi siya available online or in the books. I'm very excited on the interaction part with the attendees and the speakers as well.
This is an avenue to meet other people, di ba? Linkage, yung linkages, di ba? Yun naman kasi isa sa mga kailangan mong ma-accomplish din kapag nag-a-attend ka. It's not just na attend ka lang to get the information kasi kailangan you have to meet people as well.
It's my way of parang updating myself on the latest trends, developments dito sa aming medical career. At sa tinagal-tagal na rin ang pagiging doktor ko, I have attended a lot of conferences na rin.
The dissemination of scientific information in conferences is done mainly through presentations. There are 3 general types.
The poster presentation, where a scientist explains their research using concise text, images, and diagrams.
The panel presentation is where a group of experts present their information to the audience.
And oral presentations, where only one person talks on the stage and can use visual aids projected on the screen.
So the idea is to choose what are the main points from the material, and of these main points, what are most important for your audience.
Scientific conferences help enhance the communication skills of scientists in presenting and discussing their results, and of members of the audience in asking critical questions.
Well, a scientist always talks in a tactical manner, so we want the jargon, we want them to break the jargon, simplify, which we do sometimes when we ask questions or after a press conference or the presentation. We're journalists, so we should be able to communicate or write about the story in a simple language.
With the advancement of technology, there have been more and more innovative modes of communication and sharing of information in scientific conferences.
Siguro technically, nung araw, siyempre, gumagamit pa sila ng mga carousels sa mga presentations, mga slides, etc. But with the advent of technology, madali na ngayon. Kahit biglang last minute, mag-change ka ng presentation mo, you can do it through the PowerPoint presentation, di ba?
Some conferences maximize the use of ICTs to upgrade and enhance the conference experience. They utilize video conferencing, live streaming, chatbots, live audience polling, and social media. Virtual conferences also allow people to participate without being physically present.
Marami na rin mga innovations din with the way they present their mga talks. Parang iba na yung ngayon di ba yung iba dati nasa podium lang, ngayon may mga naglalakad, iba interactive, nagtatanong ng questions, and sometimes parang feeling mo nasa isang talk show ka lang and nagdi-discuss yung mga experts, ganon.
Scientific conferences require a lot of effort, thinking, time, and money from both organizers and participants. Here are 5 guidelines to ensure a successful event.
Number 1. Allot enough planning time. There should be a suitable venue, quality scientific submissions, outstanding keynote speakers, and enough funding to conduct a proper conference.
Mas maaga kasi dapat yung pagpe-prepare ng mga kung ano yung magiging team. Dapat may tama kang tao, may tama kang namumuno para makuha yung mga tamang issue na dapat lumalabas ngayon.
Have a diverse organizing committee. Voices from different sectors allow for innovation and a better mix of ideas.
Create an inclusive space. Celebrate individuality. Make sure underrepresented groups can participate. The language used should be understood by all, and the privacy of individuals is respected.
Have a balanced agenda. Aside from the presentations and peer interactions, there should be a time for socializing.
There's also camaraderie and fellowship among scientists, and we need that so that we could continue to work in a collegial way in developing the discipline and the field.
Make the impact of the conference last. Widely distribute the proceedings. Use photos, quotes, and hashtags shared on social media to raise awareness for non-attendees too.
That's why I keep on attending scientific conferences like this. On top of the fact that you get to encourage one another, you find out what's going on in the field, you know where the gaps, and then you're encouraged to enter into pathways of interest but maybe unexplored, or there are competing evidences that you may want to give inputs towards their resolution.
Helen Keller said,
Alone,
we can do
so little.
Together, we can do so much.
Indeed,
Scientific conferences
Are the driving force
towards improved health,
education,
programs and initiatives
all over the world.